Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to the Anarchy social media. Facebook.com/Anarchy Wrestling or on Twitter at Anarchy Landmark. I am the matchmaker of Anarchy Wrestling, Dan the Dragon Wilson, with some major announcements coming up about Christmas Chaos for Anarchy Wrestling's part of that. That'll be on December the 23rd, but it will be a two-night event hosted by NCW and Anarchy at the Landmark Arena, Friday night, December 22nd, Saturday night, December 23rd. You will see a little mixing and matching. You'll see some Anarchy stuff on Friday and some NCW stuff on Saturday, but primarily Friday will be for NCW, Saturday will be for the Anarchy festivities. I want to apologize to everyone for not holding the scheduled television tapings on Saturday, December the 9th, as inclement weather broke out over the northeast Georgia regions, and most of Atlanta as well, and so traveling was very difficult for both the stars of Anarchy and many of our fans. So we hope you stayed warm. We hope you enjoyed your snow day. We're ready to get back to the action at Christmas Chaos. Of course, the huge main event of the Anarchy portion has been talked about for months, was finally made official in November. Former UFC star, current WWN World Champion, the King of Bros, Matt Riddle, will be taking on the Anarchy Triple Crown Champion, the man Jeff G. Bailey claims is the real world champion, the People's Captain Gunnar Miller, in the epic rematch from their Scenic City Invitational Classic. That is a matchup that you don't want to miss, a matchup that no other promotion has been able to secure since the Scenic City Invitational. It was probably the match of 2017 in many fans' eyes, and I think as the year-end awards and tallies start coming out, you're going to see that I'm not lying or blowing smoke there, that a lot of people thought that was the best wrestling match in 2017. So we're excited to bring you this rematch. Last time, Matt Riddle was victorious. Gunnar Miller definitely wants to get that victory back over him. Jeff G. Bailey has commented that Matt Riddle is the only person to ever beat Gunnar Miller that he's not gotten the win back on. So this is a crucial matchup for the Anarchy Triple Crown Champion, Christmas Chaos. You don't want to miss it. We did not have the scheduled Bunkhouse Rumble on December the 9th, so I do have an announcement that coming up soon, that match is going to happen. It won't be at Christmas Chaos, but more information about that will be coming up. But as far as Christmas Chaos goes, a couple of announcements that I want to address right now. One of them is the Landmark Heritage title situation. We had a scheduled matchup for December 9th, no time limit. It's going to be Wild Billy Buck challenging the champion, Kyle Matthews, the Nightmare. The two had previously gone to a time limit draw back in November. This was the rematch with no time limit. Well, we're happy to say that match will happen at Christmas Chaos with an added twist. If you recall, Kyle Matthews made a statement following Fright Night after he defeated AJ Gray. Kyle Matthews, in a great match, showed a show of respect to AJ, and AJ kicked him in the knee regions, leaving him laying. Kyle Matthews said that he was very disappointed in Gray. He said that if he wanted a rematch against Kyle for the title, all he had to do was ask. Well, that's interesting that occurred, because AJ Gray, after silence for a couple of months now almost, has broken his silence and contacted the Anarchy offices. And he's saying that he's asking now, per Kyle Matthews. So, what are we to do at the Anarchy offices? We go to Kyle Matthews. He says, fine. That's what he said. He's a man of his word. So he is going to put the title on the line, not just against Billy Buck, but now AJ Gray in a three-way dance, no time limit for the Anarchy Heritage Championship at Christmas Chaos. You don't want to miss that either. So that's another big announcement. We also were supposed to find out if Brad Cash was going to answer the challenge of Jacob Ashworth. Brad Cash was fired a few months ago for putting his hands on me after causing many a disturbance at Anarchy events. And he still found a way to make his presence known. He tortured Jacob Ashworth mentally at every opportunity, including breaking into the man's house and filming all these disturbing videos of him lying around in his bed and playing with his kids' toys. It's just mind-boggling the depths this guy was willing to go to get to Jacob Ashworth. Well, he got under Jacob's skin and it worked. Jacob begged for us to reinstate Brad Cash. I said, I'm not quite ready to do that, but I'll give you one match. and Brad has to agree to this matchup. We still haven't heard from Brad Cash. Wait a minute, what?
This is a screwdriver, but in my hands is a weapon of mass destruction. A baseball bat in my hands is a destruction device. A pizza cutter in my hands is a slice and dice machine. Your throat in these hands, Jacob, makes you a victim. Jacob, I know you want to fight. I know how bad you want it. So I'm here to accept your challenge under my conditions. December 23rd at the Landmark Arena. I will fight you. No weapons. Straight up match. I got your interest now, don't I? I got your interest because I'm just a hardcore wrestler, right? Right? You can beat me without weapons. Huh? Yeah, it's piqued your interest, right? But when I win, I get my job back. And Jacob, you know what happens when I get my job back? That means week in and week out. You have to see me in the locker room. You have to feel my presence and wonder what am I going to do to you? Wonder what I'm going to do to your homestead. Wonder how many times your son is going to watch you fail again and again and again. You have become my new personal project, Jacob Ashworth. December 23rd, Cornelia, Georgia, Landmark Arena. Come get me.
Okay, well, I apologize for that disturbance. I guess we have now heard from Brad Cash, and he will be at the Landmark Arena on December 23rd to take on Jacob Ashworth. And he's laid out, as you heard there, a couple of conditions. One being that if he wins the match, he gets his job back. And I put the challenge out there, so I believe I have to agree to that. If he wins, then he will be reinstated full time. But the other condition, which surprised me, is that he's asking for a regular wrestling match. He doesn't want weapons or violence or bloodshed. That's not the Brad Cash that we know, but based on his words there, I think he's got some sort of ulterior motive. Hard to tell with that guy, but Jacob Ashworth wants his hands on him. I'm a man of my word. I told Jacob that if Brad agreed, we'd do it. Those are the terms. It's on. Jacob Ashworth will fight Brad Cash on December 23rd at Christmas Chaos. Also Christmas Chaos, tag team titles will be on the line. Team Tag, the brand new tag team champions, currently set to defend against the Hate Junkies. Now, a lot of you fans might know that Strychnine suffered a pretty bad injury after the attack from the Approved just a few weeks ago at Anarchy. We've still not gotten a status on Strychnine, but he has not canceled the matchup. So as of right now, it is on. The Hate Junkies will take on Team Tag for the tag team titles at Christmas Chaos. And a whole lot more. A big announcement. We're happy to announce that we are going to be a partner participating in the Making Towns Classic Tournament. Now, what is that? Well, it's a new tournament by one of the super fans of professional wrestling, Papa Hales, who's a well-respected member of the wrestling fan community, done a lot for women's wrestling, and so this is an all-female tournament that he is sponsoring. We're going to hold a qualifying matchup. And so Anarchy Women's Champion Harlow O'Hara will be taking on the returning Aja Pereira in a qualifying matchup for the Making Towns Classic Tournament. Excuse me, and I apologize. As you can tell, I'm a little under the weather here today, but didn't want that to stop me from bringing you this huge news about Christmas Chaos 2017. You have to be there in person at the Landmark Arena. Do not miss it. More updates, more match announcements are coming this week. Don't go anywhere, fans. Anarchy social media is where it's at. Follow us here on Facebook, facebook.com/Anarchy Wrestling, and on Twitter at Anarchy Landmark.